What's going on, guys? Back on the Robinhood app on this Sunday. Currently investing 63.11. Friday, we were in the green, $85. And of course, after hours, up in the green again, $8. For the past week, we are in the red, still trying to recover from that crazy downward trend. In the red, 151. For the month, we're up 389. And then 3 months to the year there, 718. I did sell a stock. I repurchased a new stock and bought extra stocks on some of the stocks that I currently have. So let's kind of dive into what I purchased here, but actually see what happened on Friday. For Apple, it was in the green, $2.90. I did buy a fractional share of Apple. As you can see, we're currently at 3.02. Average cost, $2.79. For Friday's return, $8.73. And overall, $178. I do want to buy more Apple for sure. Definitely love Apple. NVIDIA is one of the newest stocks to the portfolio here. I purchased one share. Average cost was $3.55. I wish I would have waited, but of course you can never time the market. I wish I would have got them at $3.49 because I would have had a better return there. But nevertheless, I did receive $2.61, and then it does pay out a little bit of dividend, 0.18. But I pretty much purchased them because of their growth. They've been on a rampage the last 5 years, up, as you can see, 1,514 over the past year. 213 was the return, 147% there. So I'll think about buying another one. I just had some extra cash. I'm like, you know what? Let's go big. Let's go with NVIDIA. So I bought them. It was kind of a toss-up between buying an extra share of Apple or buying an extra, a brand new one with NVIDIA. So I was like, you know what? Let's just go with NVIDIA. As you can see, for NVIDIA, just for the day, $5.45. Apple, it's just slightly lower, but just pretty much bottom for their growth here. Microsoft was in the green. Actually earned $1.47 for my 3 shares. I thought about, here's what I thought about. With that cash for NVIDIA, I was like, well, I could purchase 2 of Microsoft, which would increase my shareholdings to 5, but I decided to just get NVIDIA. Return for the 3 shares as of Friday was $6.21. Overall, $36.98. Facebook was in the green, $4.15 for that day. I do have 2 shares. I do want to add an extra share to Facebook. That return, $8.88. Overall, $31.45. Alibaba was also in the green for the 2 shares. Average cost, $204.25. I did receive a return of $4.10. And of course, overall, $26.08 there. Visa was up in the green, $3.38 for my 2 shares. My average cost is $177.72, and of course the return was $6.28. Overall, I am up $28 there. McDonald's was in the green, $1.66. I sold my Boeing previously. I had purchased Boeing. This is before they started going crazy and just skyrocketing up. I purchased Boeing for $202, and they reached, I believe, about $240. And then, of course, they just started downtrending dramatically. And I sold it at $212. And I'm so glad I did. I sold it at $212, and I ended up purchasing an extra share of McDonald's. So I'm kind of happy with that. As you can see, I have a dividend that's pending for $1.25. I do have 3 shares now, so I'm kind of excited for that. Average cost is $1.88. Today's return was $4.50. Overall, though, total return is $2.14. I'm pretty excited because of their dividend. They pay $1.25 there. So next go around will be definitely higher. So I'm excited for that. But of course, we'll explain what happened to after me selling Boeing in a bit here. AV is up in the green, 20 cents for my 2 shares. Overall, $16.86 there. Johnson & Johnson, I was wanting to buy Johnson & Johnson. Here's the thing. I had an extra 1,000, like I mentioned, that I put into the account here. I was definitely thinking about buying Johnson & Johnson when they were at the 140. I think they're at like 139 at one point. But I decided not to. I do want to add more shares of Johnson & Johnson, of course, just for their dividends, as they're a dividend aristocrat here. Dividend yield is 2.72, and then we're actually in the red. Total return is negative $3.97, but of course for that Friday we were up $1.33 there. Realty Income, I purchased 2 additional shares of Realty Income. We were up with Realty Income, $2.55. Realty Income has actually been doing very well for me since I purchased them. We do have a dividend to be put into the account, $2.56 on the 15th of this week. So I got 14 shares now. Average cost is $52.33. The return for Friday was $40. Overall, $118. So definitely Realty Income is coming in clutch. AT&T. So I purchased quite a bit of AT&T. Now, if we step back to Realty Income here, I have 14 shares. My goal is I would love to always have a share amount of increments of 5. Like, I don't know, that's just maybe OCD in me or something. But right now I just want to get 15 shares for that. AT&T, they were up in the green, 33 cents. Average cost, $30.06. I purchased quite a bit of AT&T. As you can see, my total shares now, $25. I bought some fractional shares as well too, as you can see there. The return was in the red, 58 cents there. Overall, $12.34. Primarily doing them for their dividend. Philip Morris, I'm not keeping them for their growth, but I'm primarily keeping them for their dividend there. Dividend is 6.60. I have 2 shares. Average cost, $69.74. We are in the red, $1.66. However, overall total, $1.35. Simon Properties, they were up finally. Finally, after losing over the past week almost close to $20. But we were up in the green, $4 there. I don't have any issues with Simon Property. I know eventually, as we can take it out for the year here, they're going to be up here, back in the hundreds. Definitely, for sure, they're going to be back in the hundreds. No question about it. Just got to be patient. It takes time. And being a new investor, of course, you want to sell it. You want to sell it, especially after seeing this right here. You definitely want to sell it, but patience is going to be key as being a new investor here. So move on to the next one here. Enterprise Products, we were in the red. I do have 2 shares. Total return, of course, in the red there. Overall total return in the red as well too. Primarily doing it for their dividend as well, 9.32. I might sell them. I just purchased them, but again, there's that emotion again with they're not doing too well. But I just have to think about it that, hey, you have growing stocks. You have Apple, you have now Nvidia, you have Alibaba, you have Visa, you have McDonald's. Those are going to be my growing stocks, and I wanted that balance as far as having the growth with the dividend here. Of course, there's a lot of hype with, with things the way that they're going on right now, that some companies are going to cut their dividends. For now, I rather ride that wave and collect the dividends until they're initially cut, because to be honest with you, again, average cost is $19.56. And I can't recall how much dividends this pays. It's either 45 or 50 cents. Either way, for having like we'll just round it up to the average cost. For having $20 into your bank account, there's no bank that's going to pay you 45 cents or even 40 cents for that low amount. You'd be lucky to get maybe less than 5 cents. So either way, I'm kind of happy to have those cents. And of course, they're going to add up. So we'll move on here. IVR, we were up with IVR. I do have 6 shares. We're up for the day of Friday, $3.48. Average cost, $5.77. Same thing with them. I'm just doing it for their dividends. Theirs is, I'm pretty confident it's 50 cents. And again, for paying, we're just going to say $5 into your savings account. You can't get 50 cents off of that. Not at all. So I'm going to ride, again, that wave and collect that dividend until they stop. And then I'll probably end up selling it and going with something more reliable, maybe again with AT&T, or maybe putting it into Realty Income, or maybe just keeping the cash and then just keep building until I save enough for another Apple or Microsoft or Facebook, etc. Boeing, you're seeing Boeing again. So Boeing, I sold, as I mentioned. I purchased them. I purchased them back again. And I just feel like you read a lot and you hear a lot of Boeing, how, don't buy Boeing. They're not a good company. Look at their revenue, their balance sheet, their dividends they cut, so much negativity, right? But nobody was being negative when they were trending on up here, right? Nobody was complaining. Everybody was like on the bandwagon here. And I was too. And one of the things that I am understanding as a new investor is don't listen to the hype. If you have a gut feeling, go with your gut feeling. Because when everything started going crazy, let me see if I can find it. When everything was starting to go crazy, it was around here, right? Around here when I started to invest. And people were like, you know what? Don't do it. Don't do it. And I wish I should have. Because even at $95, I would have tremendous gains right now. So what I did was I sold them. I repurchased them. And I bought them at $179. And the fact that Boeing from 95 and it reached all the way to 230, I'm pretty confident Boeing's going to be okay. Boeing's going to get back to where it was at one point. Again, it's all about being patient and not pulling the trigger so quickly. But I am happy as far as getting some profit from the other one, because of course I bought them at 202 and it went all the way down, all the way down here to 169. So at least I made a profit. I was able to purchase a McDonald's, which does pay a dividend, and they're continuously increasing their dividend. And of course they're a slight growing stock. So with everything the way it is, restaurants not opening up fully yet, people are going to want, some cheap food, especially for people who are unemployed, and they're going to want some cheap food. And hey, the arches are always there for you. Dollar menu. Dollar menu. But that's pretty much it. That's pretty much